Hello, this is Dean Malone with Comps FX. Hope you're doing well today and you're getting some good trades. Well, today the euro dollar broke out of its 3-day narrow range that I talked about in a previous video. Taking a look at my chart here, you can see that we had lower highs, higher lows, and this long move up which gave us a bullish pennant. When the Traders Dynamic Index settled back down to 50 but price didn't follow, that's a signal for potential continuation, and the euro dollar did push up, and I mentioned to folks look for a potential push up to 33.20. To this afternoon it pushed all the way up to 33.70 where we still sit right now. So with this taking place, I want to just do a quick video about where the potential point is on the euro dollar, but also take a quick look at the euro pound. The euro pound has made a substantial move this week, way beyond normal levels. And many institutions and analysts are looking for a potential short in the euro pound right around 85. So let's take a look at what we have. Looking at the euro dollar on a daily chart, you can see that we broke the 33.20 top of the range that we had between 33.20 and 30.25. I mentioned in the previous video that 31.70 is the halfway mark. Now breaking beyond this, there's some expectations here to see it run higher. From range high to this far low point here, so basically swing high to swing low, there's the potential to see it run up to 34.15, 34.64, 35.35 area, the 1618, and then potentially all the way up towards the 36.50 area. Now if I move the Fibonacci to the October high and the January low, you can see that we have done a retracement beyond the 38.2, and there's our target, the 50%, which look at that, 34.35 level. Then the 618 comes in right around the 36.25 mark. So the market is looking at these two levels before the euro dollar gives up. Typically, I've noticed using the synergy model that the bars will move 5 to 8 before we get some sort of retracement. Maybe they move all the way to 13 bars. So right here you can see that we have 6 days to the upside. Possibly we could have 7, 8 as we go into the end of the week and into the end of the month next week, a possible push up here before profit taking comes in at the end of the month. If this continues pushing up, that's going to cause the euro pound to push on up. Let's take a look at the pound dollar. The pound dollar right now is showing a descending triangle type pattern, also with a double top pattern. This is a short bias in the marketplace if the market breaks this 56.35 level. However, some analysts are suggesting that if the pound dollar holds the 56.35 level, it will make a push up back to 158 and 159 level. If that's the case, then what we're going to be looking for is a short in the euro pound. Now why do I keep bringing up this euro pound for? Because as we come into the month end, there's oftentimes a disconnect between the euro dollar and the pound dollar. Oftentimes the euro dollar and the pound dollar move together in tandem. As we go into month end, there are swaps between the Bank of England and the European Central Bank. In those swaps we get the disconnect. And also we have rebalancing of portfolios with a lot of institutions around the world. This causes the euro dollar going one way and the pound dollar going another way. What we're going to be looking for the next few days is really who has the strength. As of late, the strength has been in the euro dollar with the Greek debt restructuring deal that's ongoing. However, there's some fundamentals in the marketplace that would suggest that we could potentially get some weakness in the euro dollar, and it could be pretty severe, causing the euro dollar to go back down to 129, possibly even a push all the way back down to 126. Today, some analysts were coming out based upon the strength in the euro dollar, given the fact that the equity asset classes and higher risk asset classes are gaining ground, like the Dow pushing up above 13,000 this week. There's the potential for the euro dollar to keep climbing higher as the market dumps dollars and buys equities and riskier asset classes like currencies. Now let's get over and take a look at the euro pound, because beyond the euro dollar and the pound dollar, the euro pound has made a substantial move this week. What you see on the chart is the average daily range calculator by Compass FX. The average daily range calculator, not only does it calculate daily targets based upon the average daily range, it also calculates the weekly targets. And interestingly, the market usually finds itself with any currency pair typically making a move from the weekly high to the weekly low. Sometimes the market goes out of its normal range, extends, and sometimes will extend all the way up to a third extension high or a third extension low. Well, this week we blew past the third extension high. The fourth extension high we blew past today, and we're just literally pips away from the fifth extension high. This is way beyond the normal movement of the euro pound. The euro pound over the last 5 days has averaged a 60 pip average daily move. And in the last few days, it's actually picked it up quite a bit to make that 60 pip average. So as we go into weekend, we would go into month end, my thinking is that the euro pound has reached a level where analysts and institutions are looking for potential shorts. There are offers lined up between 85 and 85.50 in the euro pound. Now be careful if the euro dollar continues pushing on up. Make note of this. If the euro dollar continues pushing on up, or the pound dollar breaks this floor showing weakness in the pound, that's going to cause the euro pound to push on up. However, if the euro dollar, if we find profit taking and rebalancing of portfolios at month end, we'll see this roll over, and if the pound goes up or stays flat as the euro dollar rolls over, then the euro pound is prime ready for a fall back down, potentially a move all the way back down to right around 83. Now some are suggesting that we get a move back down to about 83.50, 83.60 area, test that before we push back down to 83. Well, folks, it's D Malone with Compass FX. I hope some of this information will help you in your trading as we come into the week end and as we get ready next week for month end. Y'all make it a great day. Get some good trades. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.